can you beatbox now?
Yeah.
Like I just do a little bit, sometimes.
I would love a little beatbox in that session.
I do like.
Hey.
Okay, Kelelo Kalusa.
Let me hear what's going on.
Yeah. Hey, Kelelo, it's time to develop.
Mambo VP, Hujambo Africa, Mimi Kelelo Kuluse.
Mimi Johanna Olea, and this is a podcast from Lalela Productions where we interview artists around the African continent because we do believe that there is so much undiscovered talent out there that the world needs to see.
100%, and we do hope that you guys enjoy today's show.
Karibu sana! Hey, so Kelelo, this is our third episode of the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've interviewed already incredible artists.
Coming from Tanzania, mainly. And I think, what's interesting about what we're doing now is that you are coming from South Africa. I come from Norway. We met in South Africa, but we traveled to Tanzania.
Yeah.
And these things about different countries, I think, is very interesting when it comes to music. Because, what I've seen from the last episodes is that although there are so many differences between artists, it's also so many similarities, although people come from different countries. We had so much in common with Zara at the first episode, with the references. And the same also on the second episode with Fred. At the same time, when different countries also give different references.
I mean, that's the beauty of art as well. Art is a universal language, whether it's demonstrated through poetry, through music, through dance,
Right.
We get to communicate with various languages.
Music is an international language, indeed.
Exactly, 100%.
And today's guest is actually having a background from two different countries. And it's the first time we have a guest coming from two different countries
100%.
like this. So I'm very interested to see how that's coming from two countries has affected his music and his vibes.
Or how has it contributed positively, to his diversity and the kind of music that he does.
Yeah, please give me an introduction.
Without further ado, let us introduce our guest for today. Coming in hot with the roots scratching from the streets of Tanzania to the vibes of Sweden, today's guest is a perfect fusion of culture, rhythm, and real hip-hop energy. He has worked with technical development, Merlin Alexandra, Babla Mouth, and many more artists, incredible artists. He is a true old school head who's dropped 2 albums and rocked stages all over Europe. His hit track Shinobi has racked over 380,000 streams on Spotify and is still cooking fire on the studio. He's a storyteller, a lyricist, a global vibe maker. Let us put our hands for Christmaz!
Welcome. We are very happy to have you here. Velkommen in my language, which you also understand from Sweden.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I think we would like to start with you to sing for us because you are an artist at the end of the day, or maybe rap, which is actually what you do.
Of course, that's what I do. It's important to do it.
Please get started.
Go.
Blue cars, gold fresh jeans, press back on blind, niggas spin around. Don't give me that comeback, put a new standard in this rap, like it ain't on that. I've been doing my thing in this corner, I don't need a bag, never sold a bro, never broke a code. I carry like an oath, like a brotherhood off a single code. We wanna holler at free mama, you better have a big dollar, there's a niggas in the whole business. Man, just off with the jewelry, a lot of flex on me and the whole team gotta keep Black Queen is the only thing I see when I close my eyes. Making sure I get you on the ride. We can jump up straight into paradise. Fucking with that, and you know that I ain't let it slide. I don't even trust my own bloodline. Get you killed, boy. Nothing's last for the blood. That's the way the spirit. There was the daily niggas with down for the minute. All the girls in the city acting silly with the silly out here. Money on my mind, but I'm back again. People talk the bill, but the girl that think that she in. Do whatever, live whatever, eat whatever, whatever. But God is gonna deal with your husband and your honey on my mind. Let it sound calm. I just wanna grind. They just drinking wine. She distract my town, but she doing the dirty wine. With her hands in the air, like the gun. Did they call me, tell them honey in my mind. Let it sound calm. I just wanna grind. They just drinking wine. She distract my town, but she doing the dirty wine. With her hands in the air, like the gun. Did it crack. Good life, said a lot of bros, broke a lot of heart, bent a lot of roots, a lot of dope. Animatic so the brain for my fall outside. Never ever been Tanzanian win with the fire of the Caribbean. Nubian, Viking, Nordic, Indian, Pharaoh, greater than Cameroon once again. I was doing my squad, was better than them. Like bird, unto me, I'm better than them. Fresher than them, greater than them. The truth is a major dawn, this is until hey. It's more than about nothing, the big man in the air, so money in my mom. Let it sell fun. I just wanna grind. They just drinking wine. She just got my girl, but she really bitch around. With her hands in the air, like the gun to the ground. Me tell them money in my mom. Let it sell fun. I just wanna grind. They just drinking wine. She just slapped my girl, but she really bitch around. With her hands in the air, like the gun to the ground. More on up on the street corner. Rasta no no informer. Forever. Show me protect them, be provider. Show me protect and provider. When it comes to it, it's the world like my MacGyver. Run on top, it's simple like a rider. Half minutes split me up and that with me like oh.
Thank you so much for joining our show.
Yo, thank you.
Can you take a seat?
Awesome, man.
Christmas, it's great to have you here with us today at the Lalela studio.
I'm thankful to be here. So thankful to be here.
So as I was jamming and listening to your music, it felt like I was listening to Tupac. You know, your music gives a 90s hip hop vibe. You know, where do you do that? Is that where you draw your inspiration of, you know, the kind of music that you make?
Right. You know, I was mentored by my mentor. Shout out to Aaron Ferry.
Okay.
He came from the old school hip hop era, so I was going to like a music school in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
And so from this music school, he was teaching us all the fundamentals and the elements of where hip hop came from, the history and all that. So it became like I fell in love with, you know, the originality of hip hop from there. So.
It is really beautiful and it's such a vibe. You know, immediately we just couldn't sit still in the sofa. We had to get up and vibe with
There's
it.
no way you can sit still.
And it honestly just gives me that like feeling of, you know, growing up when I was like 13, 14 and like started to listen to this hip hop from the end of the 90s, beginning of 2000s. The real hip hop, that sound is so good.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Right, historic.
Right.
Do you make your own beats or do you usually rap on top of other people's beats?
Yeah, like I just focus on writing the music and like arranging the music, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But beats, I often get it from beat makers. They often send me, you know, beats or stuff like that. So I listen to it and I'd be like, yeah, I want this here, I want this that. But as far as making it myself, I don't have the patience, you know, to sit there. I don't have the patience to make it, you know.
But still, you know, it's creative to actually be able to write it yourself, you know. But for our viewers that are watching, you know, today, tell us more about who Christmaz is, you know, where you come from, and when did you start, you know, doing music?
Right. So, you know, my father's from Caribbean, my mother's from here. But I'm grown up a lot in Sweden. I do a lot of my work in Sweden. And so What was the question again?
No, you're just gonna tell us about just your early life in terms of like when did you start doing music? I know you said that you went to this you know.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was in the hood a lot, So I used to live in the hood in the time.
In Sweden.
Sweden, where I was starting the music, Since I always felt like everybody had their thing that they were doing in the hood, They were really good at it, So for me, I was like, yo, everybody's hood in whatever they're doing. But me, I'm gonna be the greatest musician from the hood,
That's a great goal to have in the hood. I mean, considering all the other things that's going on in the hood.
Right.
And it's been quite tough in Sweden at times.
Right. So, I was like, I'm gonna represent. So I was writing music and just rapping outside, rapping on the trains, seeing how people react when I write the music.
You rapped on trains, One thing Christmaz and me have in common is that we come from Scandinavia. I don't know about you coming from living in Tanzania and Sweden, but there is something about the Nordic vibe that is a bit off, I think, sometimes.
Right. Yeah, it can be a little bit, isolated or,
The vibes are a little bit...
Right, they're colder, it's a cold country, So the people... a little bit colder than, how people are in Africa.
So do you guys actually understand each other's languages coming, from the same region?
Yeah, we do. We can speak a little bit, or, it's like, Norwegian and Swedish, I don't know how to compare it. It's like American English and British English, or maybe a little bit, when it comes to similarity.
All right, like Zulu and Xhosa.
Yeah,
maybe.
for the South African.
Wow.
So what do you want to...
Just speak maybe to...
Hvordan går det med dig idag? Hvordan är det med dig på denna podcasten?
Alltså, du måste prata så försiktigt för att jag ska förstå. Annars jag förstår inte det mesta. Jag förstod att du sa någonting om podcasten.
Yeah, okay. You better. No, he said I was speaking too fast. But when you read those languages, it's actually very similar. So
I would say it's like Scottish. It's like Scottish and British, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Scottish and British.
Right.
It's similar but different kind of thing.
Men du förstår vad jag säger.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah. Men jag förstår också vad du säger ibland.
Yeah.
So having lived in these two countries, in both of these two countries and being a musician, what country would you say has the best taste in music? Is it Tanzania, and is that why you're here?
I love to be here, it's because of the culture, the warmth, I don't really like the winters in Europe and stuff like that, on the ice situation and all
the
that.
winters in the northern hemisphere are cancelled. I've been telling Kelelo when we were in Zanzibar this winter and we came back, I was just like, the northern hemisphere is cancelled, guys.
And it's always so cold.
Yeah, and I think that also what makes people a bit frozen, because they're always inside, and it does, like in Tanzania, Kenya, go to hot countries around the equator, there's a different vibe and it's a different music because people are not freezing, People are out on the streets vibing.
Right, 100%, So that's why I like to be in Tanzania. It's the heat, I can't concentrate, when it's cold. In Sweden, when it's so cold, people get mad, They're not in the vibe, they lose, connection with the world a little bit.
Yeah, and also that's why I wanted to ask you why you told me that you were doing rapping on trains. And I mean, for you, Kelelo, coming from South Africa, where people are very expressive, people dance in gas stations, people sing.
Yeah.
So expressive. I love South Africa.
That's 100%
it's
true.
like the complete opposite in Sweden and Norway, where if you rap on a train, people would think you're crazy.
Yeah, but they be shocked.
True.
They be taking out the phones and stuff like that because it
record it.
happen like that. Yeah, it doesn't happen, and then it's good, what I'm saying? So they be like, yo, and I didn't have such, I was competing with the American rap and stuff like that, So I had to, train my English to make sure that it's so good that you would think that I came from America or England,
Yeah, but I mean, your English doesn't really sound like it comes from Norway or Sweden.
Yeah, it also doesn't sound like
American.
it comes from Africa. It does sound American.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I was doing, and thankful for doing that. when I then came to the music school, I already had skills because you had to have grades, and you had to have music skills already. Like you had to do like an audition. You know what I'm saying?
Is that those like music? Because we have those music high schools. Is it that?
Right, like gymnasium. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where you like met your mentor you were talking about in the introduction.
Right. So that's how he accepted me, gave me full points, so because of the skills that I had already, But he was really tough. Like this guy, he never said you did a great job. Like he would always compare you, like, yo, but would Michael Jackson do something like that? Or yo, but would Prince do something like that?
It was very hard to impress him.
Yeah. So, but I'm thanking him for that, because now it's easy for me to do music. It becomes, very easy.
Always kept you like striving for more and more, never accepting,
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He used to say, like, I can listen to one song, I can listen to 30 seconds of a song to know if I want to hear the rest of the song. And I can watch 2 songs of you performing to know if I want to see the rest of the performance or not.
True.
So you will see him in school, we watch the first song, the second one, then you see him walk, you know what I'm saying? I said, damn. You're done, bro.
You don't have the vibe.
You're done, bro. You're done.
But also what I can say from hearing you now rap one song, I could definitely tell I want to hear another one,
True.
We were just standing up.
100%.
And I noticed one thing you do is that you make it look very easy. But I mean, that's actually the most difficult thing to do, to make it look easy, because it's not easy.
100%. I totally agree. And with the songs that you make, do you add maybe a fusion of Swedish, in terms of the lyrics?
Not really. Sometimes, like I write sometimes, But I had like it's not a beat, but it was an artist in Sweden. He was like, you have to do it in Swedish in order to succeed in the world.
Yeah, because also for the viewers out there, it's like actually a lot of great music coming from Sweden. And from what I've heard, Sweden is the 3rd biggest music exporter in the world after the UK and the US, which is actually a lot for a country being so small. So you guys have a very good music industry that side, and also a lot of rap in Swedish that is making it really well.
Yeah, it is a lot of them, so but because he said that, so it's like challenge accepted, so that's why it's like, all right, now I just gotta show you that I got master English and just run over all of you. But I write them.
You're running over them.
But I write in Swedish sometimes as well. I also mix in, culture from Caribbean,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And what is like the message or the theme, that you try to push through your music? Is it diverse, or does it depend on the feeling that you're feeling at that time when you're writing?
Right. Yeah, it depends, what mode it is. Back in the days, I used to be very, hip hop community be very strict about like how, we don't like outside music too much,
Yeah, that's cool. So who were your big idols when you grew up and started to rap on the trains? And I think I can hear it in your music, but it would be nice to hear it in your words.
Well, like, as you know, in Sweden, it was hard to, it's YouTube era and all that, so it was kind of hard to find good hip hop music, I just found a few of them, but one of them is Professor J.
Okay.
Lalela was actually one of the first hip hop songs that I heard from Tanzania that was like, yo, like this is rap,
How old were you then?
I believe it was 10 or 11.
Oh, that hits a child's heart. That is so genuine.
And
Very
do you
genuine.
play any instrument? Did you play any instrument at that time as well?
No,
Because
not
since
really.
being in the music school,
No, not really. I just beatbox sometimes,
Ooh, okay.
Can you
So
beatbox
can you
for us?
beatbox now?
Yeah?
Like I just do a little bit, sometimes.
I would love a
so
little beatbox in that session.
I do like.
Hey, that's what's up. That's What's up, man?
I don't understand how that is possible, but
And what has been the proudest moment in your music career, so far? Like,
because I do remember checking out your music, and I didn't know, like, obviously I was very impressed when I heard it because it sounded like real old school hip hop. But then I also found out that you had been on a tour in Europe,
Right.
selling out shows here and there, the Ego and Soul tour or
Yeah, the
something.
Ego and Soul was my first album.
Yeah. When was that?
My Ego and Soul, it was released 2016.
Which countries did you go to?
We were performing in Germany, we were performing in Holland, Switzerland, Austria, and Luxembourg. So we was going through it like that, so back and forth and back.
And those are not even countries that I like immediately think of with hip hop crowds,
Yeah, but they were really crazy actually. We did like 24 shows during like 2 months, you know what I'm saying? So it was like
intense.
Yeah, so some days it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
You guys were
Friday.
busy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
so that's the proudest moment, I guess.
There's one of them, we were very lucky when we came up, me and my group, you know what I'm saying? So we had like so many alternatives, or so many things that happened at once, We performed with some members from Bone Thugs and Harmony. We performed with Jared the Damager, another one big one from America. Dub C from West Side Connection, the same crew as Ice Cube.
Same as Ice Cube. Wow.
Right.
That's when you know you hit the hip hop strings.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones was also at the same show was Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. He was there as well. That's why I say you were repping Crip today, Crenshaw, so because that's the colors he was repping, So like that was one of our biggest moments. But also we did an album where Killer Priest from Wu-Tang is on that
Wu-Tang
album
Clan.
as well.
I actually saw Wu-Tang Clan live in 2011 in the festival in Norway.
Wow.
That felt like a legend moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are giants, hip hop pioneers for real.
Wow. Okay, that's when you are, you are big in the niche. When it's like these guys are pulling through.
Right. Yes, it was really fun to stand next to the originators of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like watch that and
the big
see
fathers.
how they was. Yeah.
But also one thing I think we were curious to know today, because obviously your beats are sick, your beatboxing is good, you're singing, your vibes are good, Money on My Mind, the song is very nice. I listened to it on Spotify many times. But how is it for you to be here in Tanzania now? Like, are you making any music here?
Yeah, I'm making some. I have a process where I have to like really. I'm writing some. You know what I'm saying? But I think that I have to release because I've already done I already recorded my third album. My mind wants to see how the world reacts to the third album. Before I create the fourth one. But I already started on the fourth one.
The fourth album.
Yeah.
And then how do you make music, because you have lived in Sweden but now you're here? Do you just make something completely different alone now, or like what's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? What are you doing, Christmas?
Sounds like we are in a police station.
Interrogation. Interrogation. No, I've just been in the mode of creating music, you know what I'm saying, to just stack up, because sometimes you have so much, when you release music, you have so much to do, like you have interviews, you have that, you have music videos, you
Podcasts.
have podcasts, you have people that want to...
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty of that one.
Right.
You should have been making music today.
Right, you ain't doing nothing. So, it's great to have music because you always have opportunities that come in, when you release music, there's so many that hears it, that also like, oh, I have this album or I have this project, So it's always nice to have a lot of music so you can just jump on project without feeling like, oh, I have to sit down and write this and oh, I have to write this.
Yeah, you're collecting beats basically.
Yes, I'm just writing, I'm just stacking up. I'm competing with my friend Blabbermouth, you know, because that guy, he always has like 2-3 albums just laying at home.
Storing up the
It's
albums.
like, yo, I just released one, I have 3 albums done. I'm like, alright.
Yeah.
It's like having like a candy, like
You know?
candies collected.
And so,
Reason.
where are the kind of places where you perform here in Tanzania since you're here? Or do you also move around a bit?
If I'm performing in Tanzania,
Mm.
not yet, as I'm thinking of, you know, releasing this album first, and then, you know, I want to do it properly, you know, Sam. I don't want to do no half stepping. So I want to bring my friends out actually from Europe. I want them to come see, you know.
Okay, we like that. I like that
how it is out
intercontinental
here.
twist.
Yeah, I
connection.
want them to see how it is over here, and you know, perform over here, because it's not so many people that does what we do, you know, so like original hip hop and like that.
Yeah.
And what inspired this album?
Well,
This is your second album. What inspired it?
yeah, this is my second album. You know, I did the first one with a big producer in Germany. It's like top 5 hip hop producer out there, and it was really nice, you know what I'm saying. But he was also a big producer, you know, since we kind of split like the production situation half. But with this album, as you can see on the behind, I'm chief executive producer, meaning that I call each and every song that was made, you know what I'm saying, from the album.
Yeah, I can see.
All the videos, who's gonna be on it,
Oh.
and it's like 8 or 10 different beat makers on it.
Ooh.
I like to bring in different flavors and stuff.
Ah, different flavors.
I can see Sweden, Germany, you know, Tanzania.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah. This one here in Tanzania as well.
In Holland. Yeah,
Mix of
I love it, and I cannot wait to listen to it.
we should have a vinyl so we could play it live.
Yes.
So I cool with that.
And if you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing?
I don't know. So, you know, my father was an ambassador, you know, in the Caribbean. So, you know, he's left that he was a very big and popular man in the family, you know. So he left me with a big chips on my shoulders, you know. So you know, I have to conquer the world, you know, some basic.
Yeah.
So so I like business, you know, entrepreneurship,
Okay.
because I like to combine that, you know.
Okay.
That's also something we're very about in this Lalela production community movement.
Yeah.
Connection of entrepreneurship, young artists,
Yes. And business.
music at the end of the day.
Yes, 100%.
So for the young brothers out there who's like, oh, they want to do hip hop, but they don't know if they can do it, what's your message to them?
You can do it, fam. Just gotta study the fundamentals, you know. Gotta study the roots, where it came from, how it started, you know, in America. The DJs and the B-boys breakdancing in that, from the graffiti culture, you know, to the rap battle scene and that, you know, you just gotta find yourself. Once you know the history, you just gotta find yourself in that, you know.
Okay.
Keep it good.
Yeah.
That's great advice, man, you know, to give to the young kids, you know, the young men that are growing up and wanting to get into hip hop.
Right.
You know, so having studied it yourself, you know, because that's the advice that you gave, studying the hip hop, and obviously having listened to, you know, the musicians who made hip hop. So, dead or alive, tell me, who would you like to collaborate with?
Wow. It's a lot of them actually, you know. So
You can mention 3 of your best.
dead or alive. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive, both.
Dead or alive.
I
Yeah.
would say Biggie Smalls, because he got the supreme flow. I would say Nas.
Okay.
Nas, big one.
Yeah.
Maybe Khalees could sing some on top of it.
And right. And another one alive, I would say Erica Badu actually. You know?
Ooh, Erykah Badu.
Right.
Ooh, talent.
Bring some
Original.
good flavors.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Erykah Badu. Yeah.
Right.
Why did you pick her?
She sings very well, you know. So I like her music style, you know. She's also one of the pioneers of, you know, the old school era. And I like to mix like female vocals and
Actually, now that we actually said it, you know, I could see to collaborate together, you know.
Yes, nice.
Okay.
Well, it's actually the first time doing tribute.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll continue obviously with other episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you making a rap right now about this podcast?
Oh, snap.
No, you don't need to. We don't even have the
you
beats.
Yeah, exactly. If you had the beat.
He
Yeah.
beatboxes. I
Yeah.
can beatbox for you.
Okay.
Oh,
I can
snap.
challenge you to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let
Kelelo
me
Kilusa.
let me hear what's going
I
on.
believe I'm with it.
Yeah. Hey, Kelelo, it's time to develop that technical skill. Develop that technical skill. Go to Christmas. He can be your mentor.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
But anyways, we didn't get to give him a chance to choose between truth or dare.
Yeah, you could actually. Yeah, I think
So
that way.
let's
I know
see.
what you
Yeah,
can
okay,
choose
so
now.
she cheated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She
cheated.
didn't give me
You
the
guys
option.
take the challenge.
She didn't give me.
The question.
Yeah.
You didn't give.
So you guys take the challenge. You ask him the question, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Truth or dare?
Okay, but now I'm gonna take. No, I might take truth or something.
True.
Okay. Okay. Since you stipulated that you do not make your own beats, do you steal other people's beats or do you buy them?
You know, I buy them sometimes, you know, but a lot of people in the hip hop community really likes my music, so you know, they just want to collab.
Mm-hmm. They make the beats.
We collab, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, we split
Okay.
the royalties or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We 50-50 on the song, you know what I'm saying? Or something.
Yeah, right. So you're not out there on the black market.
Yeah.
Beats at night.
It's no black
Oh,
market
let me buy
business.
that beat.
It's no black market business out here, you know what I'm saying? As you
Yeah.
can see on the back of my album, I put all of their names there, you know?
Yeah, they're all credited.
So
Yeah.
all of them.
This is real artwork.
Yeah.
And it's
they're
great to have a
represented.
real artist on this podcast doing
Thank you.
real beats and
And
real
thank
hip hop. Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for coming to this podcast. We would like to congratulate you on your great podcast performance. With a
Thank
bouquet
you.
of flowers.
And as our signature here at Lalela Production
Wow.
Podcast is to give you your flowers, man. While
Wow.
you're still alive, you know.
Thank
we
you, my
appreciate your
friend.
music. We appreciate you for becoming our family here at Lalela.
Thank you for
Tusen tack,
having me.
Christmas.
Thank you for having me
Thank
here.
you.
Okay, and you can say Lalela.
Let's go.
Lalela Production.
So,
Karibu sana. See you next week. Stay tuned.